Alrighty, welcome, guys. Efforcini Adamid is here. Hope you're ready to rock and roll. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear so we can get started. Amazing, perfect. So guys, very excited about tonight's call. If this is the first time that you guys are plugging into one of our team calls, firstly, welcome to the Seacret family. If, of course, you've been around for a little while, you probably have heard this name several times. And I've actually been very privileged to have had the pleasure of having a good friendship with the individual that I'm about to bring on. I know the excitement is getting bigger and bigger. Athens is around the corner. If you haven't booked your tickets yet, tickets are selling fast. I know that we're flying out on Tuesday, so less than a week to go. We're going to spend a good week over in Greece. And I have a feeling that after tonight, a lot of you guys are probably not going to sleep for the next few days. Now, this individual, I had the pleasure of meeting for the first time in 2010. So going back 13 years ago, he was in his early 20s. I kept on hearing his name long before I met him. He was one of the examples that, in our previous history of network marketing, they kept on giving about the example to follow. If you want to build a business fast, this is the name they kept on mentioning. And I heard his name over and over again. And when I had the pleasure to meet him for the first time, he had flown over to Cyprus for a training. I believe it was September 2010. And by the time that training finished, I knew two things. Number one, exactly why this guy had such great results, because his energy is infectious. And two, that we were literally just getting started and momentum was being created. So over the next 13 years, whenever we wanted to create momentum in a market, he's one of the first people that we would call. And I watched him grow, become one of the top leaders in network marketing, to get put into the Network Marketing Hall of Fame, achieve multiple seven figures. And one of the things that I respect about this guy is his work ethic. Not only does he work hard, but he also makes it fun. But the other thing is as well is that, we're not even in the same team. We have zero to gain from helping each other. But over the last few years, he's jumped on calls to support. He's flown over to the other side of the world. We've traveled to multiple countries together. And I'm looking forward to reuniting with Eric Grzybowski over in Athens in just a few days. Eric, thank you for taking time out of your hectic schedule. I know right now you're working like crazy, so I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us tonight. Good to see you,
Hey,
buddy.
Efrosini, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Oh, I'm good. So I assume you can hear me a little bit. I don't know if you heard over there in Europe, but the Las Vegas Strip has been hacked. So
Yeah.
I'm literally like finding ways to get internet, and like, so right now I'm in the top of Planet Hollywood casino by the conference center. But hopefully everything's okay and you guys can hear me okay. Um,
We can hear you. We can see you.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'll share for a little bit after seeing you, and if you got any questions, or if anybody in the chat's got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And yeah, go ahead and get started. So number one, I'm so excited. I board my plane a week from today, about this time, and head over to one of my favorite spots on earth in Athens, Greece, and so excited to see all my friends I haven't seen for a while, and see that part of the world that I love so much. But for those of you that are brand new, like everything you said, my name's Eric Grzybowski in Poland, the homeland. It means mushroom in Polish. So my family, I'm second generation American. My family came from Poland, and I grew up in a very small town in the northern part of America, right by the Canadian border. So I played hockey. It was very cold. 7 months out of the year, there's snow on the ground where I live. And my dad worked in a mine and from 17 years old till the day he died. And for me, the only way out of my little town was to play hockey, so I did that. And unfortunately, I only grew so tall and I look like this, so it doesn't really work to make money playing sports when you look like this. I started becoming an entrepreneur, and at the age of 15, I started knocking on old ladies' doors and mowing their lawns, and started my entrepreneur career there. And I figured out I was not going to be an employee. I was just always going to own my own business. And we're going to talk a lot about rejection and the word no. We're going to talk a lot about that coming up in Athens this weekend. And for some of you, it hurts a little bit more when your friends and family say no to you more than others. And I would tell you, every time that happens, you're just getting your skin thickened up. If you think about me, I'm 40 years old now, so I started at 15 getting told no more than I was getting told yes. So I'm 25 years in, and that's one thing you got to remember as we're getting into this training and we're getting ready for this big event, that we all start at a different place, and this is not where you want to compare yourself to other people. This is where you want to just run your own race and just understand you're in your own journey. And some people have started at a different place than others because of their past experience. And so I did get off to a fast start. Like Efrosini mentioned, my first 3.5 hours in the industry, I made $1,200. And I'm going to share with you guys actually how to do that. Like, I remember being the guy sitting in my bed, listening to these, we didn't have Zooms back when I started. We had conference calls, and, dialing into a conference call number, which I didn't even know how to do before network marketing. And I figured that out. I was sitting there taking notes. I was just like, well, somebody just tell me what to do. Like, I'm fired up. Like, I'm going to go do it. I'm already motivated. Like, I didn't go to any of these events to get motivated. I was already motivated. And some of you are like that. It's just like, you need the words, you need the system, and we're gonna do all that. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna get you fired up, but I'm heavy into teaching you exactly what to do. And just so you know, when you come to Athens, it's not gonna be like a cheerleader, like we're all gonna hold hands and sing together. That's not what we're doing. I'm gonna tell you the good and the bad. Like, anybody you get to Athens, my goal is to get them to make a decision, whether it's you yourself or somebody on your team, because these big events are where the big decisions are made. And the only way you can make a decision is if you're told the truth. I'm going to tell you the good and the bad, everything that's going on. So if you come and you're a business person, come to get the information you need to make a real decision. So when it's over, you can decide if you want to go for this thing or not. And for some of you, you've been kind of going for it, but not really. You're gonna, it's like you're in, but you never. I had somebody call me the other day. They're like, "Well, I'm never quitting," and I'm like, "Well, you already quit showing. You already quit getting told no. You're not going to quit by your products. I get that. That's cool. Somebody's got to pay my residual, but that's not, to me. You already quit. Like, I want people that are going to go for it. We're looking for people that are going to come with us. And this weekend, we're looking for pioneers in Europe. It's just like, I see such an opportunity where you all are at right now. And there's a bunch of us Americans that are considering just moving over there for a year, especially with our new endless European vacation option for the getaways, and just going for it, because there's such an opportunity right now, and somebody needs to seize it in each and every country. Somebody needs to plant their flag, and you can just own it. You can be the people they're telling stories about 10, 15 years from now. Like Efrosini and I, it's like, man, she said I'm in the Hall of Fame and she's telling stories. It's like, I feel old. Like, now we're the people they're telling stories about. But I promise you, when she met me, it was not that. It was my first training, and overseas. My first time going overseas ever was when Efrosini and I met. And things can change fast if you're willing to just stay consistent and do different things. And the events are not optional. So I assume everybody on here already has their event ticket. That's not what this call's about. This call's about who's going to win. See, the way you win is not you being there. Like, you being there is cool. But if you're there, you're going to know what to do. You're going to get excited. You're going to leave that event, and you're going to be able to add people to your team. Great. But the way you win is you own the room in Athens next weekend. That means market share. Now we're talking exponential growth. Efrosini mentioned there's less than 30 seats left for the whole thing. If I'm sitting right now in Europe, I want all of those seats to be my team. Like, I want to beat I might go buy them myself and then sell them to people that I'm signing up to hold myself, to give myself obligation to go out there and do the work that it takes. Because the work that it takes right now is getting the new people there. So if you're there by yourself, that's awesome, and we appreciate that. But right now, what if somebody that's never heard about Seacret sitting next to you on your right team and your left team, and they understand what to do and they get excited and they go add to the team? Now your team starts multiplication. What if there's 5 people on your left and 5 people on your right sitting there? What if you went to work right now? See, what amateurs are going to do is they're going to get on this call, they're going to get excited, and they're going to wait for me and Carrie to show up and teach you how to do the business. What professionals understand is they go to work as soon as this call is done, and they're working harder up until the training, the event, than they are afterwards. Because the new people you can get, this is called a power start for those of you that don't know. Anybody that gets in and sees a big event within their first week, within their first day, within their first month, I know we're going to be doing live presentations out there. Like, we need to get the fresh blood. The fresh blood's life, but those are the power start people that are going to change your life, that are going to change your business. You know, for me, I've been able to make $1 million a year in this industry for 10 years in a row. I've been able to be named to the Hall of Fame, been able to have over 250,000 people join my team. Let me tell you, that team was built by about 13 people. 250,000, that income, that lifestyle we're talking about was built by about 13 people. And I will tell you, about half of them are people that I called after I got off a training like this call that we're doing right now. And I got them to an event when they hadn't even heard of the company, when they hadn't even thought they were going to event. See, people make their decisions. Most people make their decisions, go to the event within the last 7 to 10 days. So the people on your team that don't think they're going, you better call them. And I'm not saying text them. I'm saying call them and invite them with excitement in your voice to get them to come see it. Okay? The people that haven't even heard of Seacret yet, you need to be doing more presentations between now and next weekend than you've done the entirety of the year. Because any fresh people you get to that event are the ones that matter. I want everybody to be there. But the person at their 25th event, the odds of them flipping a switch and going crazy are not as high as that brand new person who's never seen anything like this. And they come learn something they've never learned before, and they leave there like we all did our first event. See, there's this thing in business called childlike enthusiasm. That's what works here. It's that childlike enthusiasm where you get that brand new person with those wide eyes. That's what we're looking for. Not those old people that are like, when's the product coming? What's going on with the site? What? And it's just like, oh my gosh, these energy vampires. If you want to get rid of energy vampires, there's one thing you do: build a new team and start today. Do not hesitate. Like, now is the best time to start. And, you know, when we get there at the event, I know we're doing a presentation. So there'll be presentations before the event. Okay. So get as many guests there. If you don't know anybody in Athens, whatever. Right. So find some people while you're there, bring them. I don't know. But, during the event, my goal is just to give you a treasure map. Like, literally, I'm going to start you at zero. Like, it's going to say, hey, you just started. Here's how we start. And you have to come with that fresh start mindset. I wake up every day. I tell everybody my most hated day of the year is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is the dumbest day in the world to me, because for some reason, that's when you all think it's the only day of the year you get to give yourself a fresh start. It's just another day. It's just a date on a calendar. You can decide to give yourself a fresh start right after this call and say, hey, I know you should have called more people to get on this call. I know you should have been showing more presentations last day, month, week, year, and you haven't been. Who cares? It's New Year's Eve today. It's time for a fresh start. And don't wait till the event to give yourself a fresh start. Start right now. So we get those brand new people at the event. So when they come to the event, they can learn how to do it and go make money instead of just signing up at the event, or you going signing up afterwards. Then they have to wait till the next big event, another 90 days later, and they're 90 days behind the game. So we build this business from event to event. Who's ever going to get these next 30, 25, 20 seats, whatever's left, that's who's going to win. Whoever has the most people at this event is going to win the next 90 days. So if you want to win and you want to win big and go fast, right now, the idea is, how fast can you buy up those tickets? Whether it's you showing some people and they buying them, or you buying themselves and then selling it. Don't give tickets away. Sell it to the new people that you sign up, but hold yourself accountable, saying, okay, I just went and bought an extra ticket. Okay, now I have to go sign somebody up and sell it to them. And that's what I've done. That's how I built the business. Just so you know, my personality type is, if I have to hold myself accountable, if I have to get some stuff done, I'll get it done. If I maybe kind of sort of have to, I won't. So I always buy extra tickets, so I know I have to sell them, or I'm just costing myself money. And then I usually, you know, my stupid idiot brain, it's the way it works, then I'll usually actually do it and actually make it happen. So Efrosini or whoever has questions, Efrosini, if there's a couple questions you want to ask me or anything else I can hit, I can stay on here for a little bit longer, and I'm fired up.
Thank you, Eric. Well, look, what I would love for people to hear from you is for someone that's been around for so many years, you've experienced such huge success. And you mentioned if you had the opportunity, you would come out to Europe right now to build.
Yeah.
What is the thing that makes you feel that right now is the perfect time to build Seacret, number one? And why Seacret for you, number two?
Okay, well, just so you know, for Europe, it's like I look at it like it's wide open. I know what can happen. So it's like if you look at the offering that we have right now, and I know everybody's kind of offering different stuff, which is part of the problem, but we need to get everybody kind of on the same page, singing the same song, and that's what we're doing right now in America. Obviously we've exploded. We've sold out of everything. We had the biggest summer in the history of the company, and so products are sold out all over the place, and people act like it's a bad thing. It's like, well, the products aren't sold out because we're not crushing it. Like, what's the worst problem? To have products sold out because everybody loves the products and we're putting in so many new people, or to have all this extra stock of product? I'd rather have it this way. Obviously, still a problem, but we're crushing it because we're all singing the same song. And I just look at the offering that we have now at the price point that we have now. And, our focus is obviously travel. And it's just like, the travel gets them in, the products keep them in. So we do simple, fast presentations that are all travel based, and we put people in fast. It's been the most members joined, the most agents joined in the history of the company, month after month after month, since we went to this program that I'm going to talk about when we're over there. And we start singing the same song. But then you look at the landscape in Europe, and it's just like Europeans travel. Like I've I've probably trained in Europe, I don't know, 20, 25 times, and been there a bunch, and it's like you have this ability now where this product is there for us, and there's nobody that's really, I mean, a lot of leaders are working and making money, but I'm just saying, compared to what I saw in the past, it's wide open. Like, there's going to be a leader of Greece that's going to make $1 million a year. There's going to be a leader of every country that you can think of, Hungary, who's ever come, Italy, like all these countries that are around there, somebody is going to be the number one incomer in that country, and they're not here yet. So it's like, I want them on my team. And I just look at that endless European getaway vacation that we have. I'm like, well, I could just go over there and build, and then everybody could get it. All Americans, just so you know, are using their voucher to go to Europe. You're already in Europe. It's like, you could just put, I mean, the value on that alone, if you understand how to use it and how to build a business quickly and fast. And that's what we're going to talk about. I mean, Efrosini said, I have a rule: fast is fun and slow sucks. And that's why I always lead the travel, because it's so fast. It's now. And then the products keep them in. So the retention is like something we've never seen. And so, I mean, the products are, you don't have to apologize for any Seacret product. They're actually too good, in my opinion, because people talk about them too much and then it confuses everybody. It's like, talk about the products after they're in, right? But let's get them in as fast as we can. And we're going to talk about that whole system and how to do it. And the products sell themselves. You don't have to sell them. I promise you, I don't know every ingredient. I don't know anything. All I know is I put them in and I send them the products when they start, and then they love them because our products are good and awesome, which isn't normal in this industry, just so you know. And then we have our founder. We have the right people. I mean, I chose this, helped choose this because of the family, the Benjabat family that has our back. And they're not perfect people, but they have perfect intentions. And everything that's happened has been with the right intentions in mind, with the field in mind. And there's massive momentum occurring right now over here. And I'm going to bring it, like I promise you guys, momentum is going to start next weekend. But I need your help in these next 7 to 10 days to get the new people there. Like, I want to come there and I want to say, raise your hand if this is your first event. And I want half that room to raise their hand. Right? Because that fresh blood, I'm telling you right now, is the lifeblood of Europe. It's going to be the lifeblood of this company. And you could literally call the number one income earner in Europe hasn't probably joined yet. The number one income earner in Greece probably hasn't joined. We got to go get them. And if you get them now in these next 7 days and you get them in front of me, I promise you, we are a team. You bag them, I take them. That is the deal. And I'll do everything I can. You bring them to a live presentation, my goal is to get 100% closed before they leave. You bring them that training, my goal is to get 100% of them taking action immediately when they leave that event. And Carrie's going to absolutely crush it. Carrie has knowledge of the products and knowledge of how to build this business that is, they built massive teams, Carrie and Alicia, all over the world. They're going to be there as well. I know Efrozini's going to be there. All the leaders in Europe are going to be there. We're going to have so much fun. If you're not coming, you're just a fun hater. I mean, if you don't want to be in Athens with us, it's like a party with a training problem. That's going to happen. We're going to have fun the whole time too, but we're going to teach you step by step how to start at zero all the way up to how to make 100,000 US a month, which I've been doing for a long, long time in this industry. And I'm going to teach you everything I know. So good question, Everzini. I don't remember the question. That was a long answer. Sorry.
That was actually spot on.
Okay.
So what would you say? Okay, I know that right now we have a combination of a couple of people on the call. We got one category of people that are all in and they're coming to the event. And we got a category of people that are sitting on the fence right now. Okay, maybe they've got obstacles in the way. Some of them have got exams, some of them have got school, some of them have got jobs. Why should they take that? Especially after feeling your energy, I think that it goes without saying they're going to get a lot of value. But what's one more thing that maybe you feel they need to hear to make them justify, why should I call in sick and take time off work to be there?
Yeah, well, there's so many different ways I can go with it. It's just, if you want something different, you got to do something different. That's the first thing I'd say. Anytime my friends or my teammates call me and they say, "Oh, I got to work that weekend," I always ask them, "Do you like working weekends?" Say, "You must love it because you've been doing it now for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And if you don't change, what's going to change?" It's like, it was weird for me to go to my first event 16 years ago. It was like, you want me to pay money and fly and go to this? Like, I thought it was like cheerleading. Like, I don't need to go get motivated. I'm already motivated. They're like, you need to come. The most important thing is your team's going to do what you do too. So if you're already feeling like you don't need it, well, somebody on your team does. And if you don't go to training, you're going to do this the hard way. I don't know. Every job, every business I've ever heard of in my life, and I'm not sure if it's different over there in Europe, but before you start making money, you got to get trained. It's just kind of like, it's very simple if you think about that. And this is where that happens. And then Tony Robbins is this, billionaire I'm sure you've all heard of, and he charges, up to $100,000 a year to go see him train, just so you know. So we not only travel at wholesale, we train at wholesale at Club Seacret too. But let me save you a bunch of money. This is what he teaches: matching and modeling. So basically he says, find somebody who has what you want, do what they do. Every person, when I looked around, so I'd already known Tony Robbins before I started network marketing, and I looked around, I said, every single person that has what I want, every top earner, they go to every event. Like, it's just mandatory, because that's where the decisions are made. Like, that's where life changes. Tony says, in your moments of decisions where your destiny is shaped. Well, you got to give yourself a moment. See, the biggest thing you've done in your life, and I don't know what it is, go to college, get a job, start a business, start a family. I don't know. But if you think of the moment you made that decision to do it, the rest took care of itself. See, a decision takes that much time and then it's done. What takes you a long time is getting ready to make a decision. And most of you are sitting there in this half in, half out. I call them toe dippers. If you ever see anybody go to a side of a pool and they dip their toe in and out and they waste their whole vacation, don't do that in front of me, by the way, because I'll push your ass in. But it's like they waste their whole life, always half in and half out on everything they're doing. They're wasting this opportunity. They're wasting their business going, well, I'll go to maybe a training if it comes to me, but I'm not going to spend money. It's like, you want to start a traditional business, you better be prepared to lose money for 10 years. You better be prepared to spend millions of dollars on that business. That's not what we're doing here. But if you want to treat this like a business, you got to be willing to invest in yourself. And that's what we're talking about. And it's not just, we're going to teach you about how to build this business. This is about your life. This is going to teach you everything you need to do better at parenting, do better at being a spouse, to do better at your other business or your other job. It's all going to be applicable, and it can change your life. And you're not going to remember. It's like, if you think about 5 years from now, are you going to remember going to work Are you going to remember, like going to class next weekend? Probably not. But I can bet you there's people in this chat that have been to events 5 years ago that will never forget them. Change your life forever. Life is about peak life experiences. Spend your money on experiences, not things, not stuff. And that's what we're talking about. And this is not only going to give you a peak life experience, but it changed my life. It changed Efrozini's life going to an event like this. If we would have never gone, it's like there's a cost to going, but what's the cost to not going? I mean, I made lots of money, lots and lots of money in this industry. My life's gotten totally different. I was just a college dropout from a town in, Northern America where there's more cows than people, the son of a Polish immigrant miner. If I went to gone to one of these events, I don't know where else I could get this lifestyle. I would have never learned about it. They don't teach this stuff in school. They're not teaching it wherever you're going. We're going to teach it, and we're going to teach you how to do it. And we have a vested interest in you becoming successful, which doesn't exist anywhere else. So it might be uncomfortable, but your comfort zone equals your wealth zone. If you keep doing that comfortable thing, going to work, not going to Greece, not booking the flight, whatever it is, you're just going to stay, your comfort zone equals your wealth zone. You're going to stay exactly where you're at. It might be a little bit uncomfortable for you to book a flight and go to this training. You don't even know what's going on, or maybe you don't know anybody that's going there. I don't know. Maybe it's a couple countries away. When you grow your comfort zone, you grow your wealth zone. And that's what we're going to talk about next weekend. And we're going to have fun along the way because I'm in charge. So I hope you like to have fun because that's what's happening. So, all right.
Ready for it. Guys, if there's any questions, please put them in the chat. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes in terms of that. I hope you got your dancing shoes, Eric. We've got a party on Sunday night, so I hope you're ready for that.
I'm ready. I'm going to do the dance George taught me. It's the dance George. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Big fish, little.
Well, George is
already ready. I'm already ready.
So I remember when he taught you that song. That was hilarious.
Cyprus. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. So, yeah, if there's anything else, I'm happy to stay on, or else we can go.
Yeah, exactly. Rock and roll. And looking forward to hanging out with you on the dinner on the Thursday night as well. We've got a really cool restaurant with overview the Acropolis. So we're going to have some fun.
Heck yeah.
You covered everything, Eric. So,
well, that's awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. Man. Okay. You've always got a home in Europe. So if you want to take advantage of that dine and stay unlimited, come over to Europe and hang out with us.
All right. But I'm taking all the personals on my pay leg that we put in together. Because if Efrozini and I together, everybody's getting in. So, all right. All right.
Thank
I'll see you in a few days, everybody. I'm excited. Can't wait to see everybody in Greece. Let's do it.
Take care.
Right.